But yeah, my ex-girlfriend in 2014 left me for a man because like we were together first, and then she got with that man, and that's who her youngest son's daddy is. He's trash, by the way. He gave her an STD because that's what happens. I don't know, like I guess it was karma, but like she left me for another man, a man, because he was like, I don't do that gay shit, and she was like, we have to be friends, and I was like, oh, obviously I was hurt. It took me a long time to recover from that, and so like during that I was like, yeah, I was happy for her, but I was hurt, like, so I did message her one time. I was like, fine, I'll stand up to myself, stand up, you know. I was like, you got me fucked up, you, or like something like that. I was like, you fucked me over or something like that, and she didn't get how, and of course she projected, and any other time, there was times that I would just like wait a few years or whatever, reach out to her again. Maybe she's fucking healed or changed by now. No, it was just in prettier masking. Like, it was not healing. Like, there was no healing there. It was just like better at hiding it type shit. Narcissistic bullshit. Her dad's a narcissist, so that makes sense. And yeah, so like she would always like, even when we would reconnect, she'd be like, I bought you, and be like, well, you're still in the same bullshit. It's like, bitch, on what bullshit? I'm just trying to move on, or I'm just trying to like, what do you mean? Like, what you mean you? Like, yes, I had toxic traits, of course, like, but I don't know. I was trying to heal them, like she just wasn't. And I don't know. So I posted, fuck your happiness, bitch. Because like seriously, bro, you, and that during that same time, before we broke up, I think it was like we were planning to leave our man to, like, because she left her first husband for another man or something. I don't know, it was a mess. And we were planning to leave each other's our men for each other, I guess, because like I wasn't really happy with I had been with my oldest daughter's dad for like 4 years, almost 5 or whatever. That was the longest relationship I had, and it only lasted that long because I was in therapy the whole time, like almost all of it. So I didn't know that's how you last long with a fucking narcissist sometimes, because you be in therapy just to make it through the day to day, and we never really talked about my past in my fucking therapy. It was my day to day shit. Here's your sign. Actually, that therapist was the one that told me about Kundalini. She's like, it sounds like you're going to a Kundalini awakening, like in 2014. I started it sooner, but like when it started reaching my higher chakras, I guess, or something. I don't know. It was crazy, but yeah. And then then my ex-girlfriend was like, because I'm on disability, she's like, she pretty much made a jab at that, and was like, you won't be able to provide for me, because like I was just like, what? And I had told my ex that I wasn't in love, or I was gonna leave him or whatever, but it's like, it was a huge mess. It was just a lot of fucking childhood wounding, trauma bonds, bullshit. But yeah, I'd say all that to say, like, those times, like, and that's not the first time either, because like in 2020 we reconnected. I think it was like sooner than that we reconnected. Yeah, 2019 we reconnected, and we tried to date again, but like she got mad that I wasn't affectionate to her. But it was like, really, because I don't even know I was trying. It was just a trauma bond, and I didn't want to touch her. Because I didn't know where she'd been, and I just was like, you feel gross. But I didn't say that. But it's like, I didn't know that like it was done. Like the trauma bond, like it does really crazy shit to you. It's like you start losing your attraction, but yet you still feel like you can't let go. It's stupid as fuck. But yeah, and then she would pick fights with me. That was like that at the beginning in 2012 when we first met on a stupid women's group on Facebook, which another one of my friends added me to. Okay, I will do this later. I'm not going to talk about her right now fully, but yeah, because I have to eat and stuff still. I haven't even eaten yet today, but I'm a night owl, so I stay up all night. Yeah, but anyways, I'll get back to that. But yeah, like, it was the first time that I had a friendship that didn't end from my trauma / self-sabotaging thing. I had one, like, I don't know, it's just, I had one end in, like, 2021. I was super close to this one, and, like, we video chatted all the time. It was awesome. She's spiritual, too, and I've been thinking, you know, because now it's Mercury, it's Mercury shadow. Like, but I probably won't reach out to them, but maybe I should be like, I'm sorry that I reacted that way. The thing was, like, she kept, like, on my art, she was like, on one of my, I think, I don't know which one it was, but she was like, if I were you, I would add a face to that or something, and I, like, did not like that because I felt like it was like, why are you telling me to change my art? Like, that felt like it was a criticism, and so, like, I don't know, I made a post, like, if you don't like my art, then, I don't know what I said, but, you know, instead of directly talking to her, and she was like, you could have just directly messaged me, and it's like, see, this, it was also hard because I couldn't stand up for myself to my ex-stepmother, and that's where this all stems from, because whenever she was, like, being a fucking cocksucking bitch to me, I hope that doesn't get me bad, whenever she was just being, a terrible person to me, I couldn't stand up for myself. I would get it worse. She would react. She would project it back onto me or whatever. And so, like, it's scarier for me to stand up or set boundaries with a woman than it is a man. I will square up with a man. Just, like, I used to get with my reactive abuse, I would get physically abusive to my exes, and, like, it was reactive abuse, so it wasn't, like, abusive, but it was, like, my reaction, like, to their crap, their abuse. So it's like, that's why I'm saying I'll square up with them, but I won't do that for a woman. Like, I'm scared. I'm like, women are, because of my wounding. But yeah, anyways, like, so I'm seeing progress with that. I've been trying to make progress with that, and it helps. And I was told yesterday, tell the bad to be like, it takes two. Okay, because, like, the other person has to. Like, you could do all the healing in the world, but if you are trying to make something work with a fucking unhealed person, yeah, they're gonna react that way. Or, like, you know, people also have their triggers, so, like, it's like, but yeah, that person in 2021, I just ended up blocking her because, like, then she started, as a Scorpio, she started trying to trigger me on purpose. Like, I feel that. I feel like that's what she was doing. I don't have proof, but, like, what I feel inside, and I'm like, I usually am right. Like, she started posting her ex-best friend that she had a problem, like, had a falling out or something with, and that she, from high school, on her Snapchat, and just, like, talking about the memories and stuff. I'm like, I know she's trying to ruffle me, because at the time we were best friends. And so, like, after our, like, triggering shit or whatever, I did message her or text her and tell her I'm sorry and stuff, you know, like, I tried to make amends, but she didn't reply, because, like, I have to cool down sometimes. I have to take time to cool down. And then I'll come back, you know, and then sometimes it's not received well, and, like,